Now back, assign the variant to the company code. The variant we just created, 1200, will be assigned to the company code. So my company code over here is 1200, or you can search with the position 1200. You can see the company code is there, the variant is here. The variant we created was also 1200, so you can directly put it over here and you can save it, or if you don't remember, you can search it with the F4 option on your keyboard, with the function key F4. Save it. So once you save, it has been saved in the request. Now, as we can see in the PowerPoint presentation file, the fiscal year variant has been created. The posting period variant we just created, but the one step is left in that is the open and the close posting period. So going back, we'll be going to the option of open and close posting period, executing this. Now in this part, there's a thing called account type, which you must know. Over here you can see that A, D, K, M, S are 5 different account types which are used in SAP, and all your business transactions will be dependent on these 5 account type, where A refers to assets. All transactions, business transactions related to assets are with the account type A. D refers to customer. K refers to vendor. M refers to material, and S refers to ledger accounts. So these are the 5 different account key, and to restrict their postings or to allow their postings, you have to customize the settings over here. So what we'll be doing is we'll be taking up A, D, K, M, S. We have selected these 5 fields, and with that you have to take always is the plus option. Plus means for all, so we'll be taking up that as well. So once you take the 6 options, you have to go to the copy option, or you can go to the new entries. In that case you have to fill everything everything one by one, else you can copy that. So we'll be just copying as. Now once you copied, you can fill your own variant. So we just created the posting period variant, that is 1200. If you don't remember, you can go to the F4 key, function key F4, and it will show you the screen that 1200 was the posting period variant we just created. That is it. So I selected this 1200. The same thing will be taken up in all the others because I am creating my own posting period variant. So all has been renamed as 1200 now, and plus is for all, A for assets, D for customers, K for vendors, M for material, and S for ledger accounts. This Z means for all the assets, applicable for all the customers, vendors, materials, and ledgers. Now posting period 1 and posting period 2. Posting period 1 is for normal periods, that is 12 normal period, and posting period 2 is for the special period. So we'll not be taking up the posting special periods because for that there is a need of a technical consultant. Then only that particular special periods can be customized. Now we'll be taking up only the normal period. Now as example, we are in the fiscal year 2014. So we need this particular year refers to the fiscal year, so we'll be changing it to 2014. In this side as well, we'll be changing it to 14. So we are in the fiscal year 14, and the period is 1 to 12. That means April 2014 till March 2015. Now if I want my postings to be open or should be allowed only in the month of October, as we are in the October month, in that case you need to change this period from 1 to 7. As you can see, from April onwards, October is the 7th period, so we defined as at 7. On the 2 side, if you want to restrict future periods like November, December, January, February and March, you can again remove this and you can put it over here 7, so that only the October month is allowed for the posting of transactions. If I take this, that means only the October month is allowed for posting. And if I want my previous month also to be taken up, like September should be also allowed, so in that case you need to change it as 6. From April, May, June, July, August, September is the 6th period, 6th month, so you have to take up as 6. That means 6th and 7th period is allowed only for the postings. So that is how you can customize your open and close periods, and accordingly you can control the things. Now, why there is a need of this open and close period? Because we file quarterly returns, we take up quarterly financial statements for various legal requirements. So if you don't restrict those periods, any of the employees or the users may by mistake post any entries in the past period that will create a problem for the company. So that is why, as a disciplinary part, it's better to put restrictions on that. And on the other side, if you put restrictions, the employee will be taking up their work on time and completing it on time, their business transactions. So that is why we do that. Now you can see the save option is on the gray part, so you have to enter. Once you enter, the entries have been copied and now the save option is there, so you can save it. So as we can see, we have defined the posting period variant, we have assigned the posting period variant to the company code, and we have open and closed posting periods. So once this has been done, we'll be moving to the next, that is the field status variant. Going back, closing the tab, closing or collapsing this part, we'll be going to the fields now for field status variant. In this we can see that there is a field status variant option over here. We can execute this. Now in this you can see by default there is a 0001. Wherever you find any code with 0001, that is by standard SAP provided. So you can take that, you can copy that, because you cannot create your own field status variant. You always have to copy the standard provided by the SAP itself. So I selected this and now we'll go to copy it, copy as, and I will put over here as my code as 1200 so as not to get confused. Now again there is a gray save option, so we'll enter the keyboard. Now there is an option of copy all, so copy all, and you can see there are 41 different field status groups copied in it. Okay, now this is the 1200 which has been created by us. I can select this from over here, you can select from over here, and you can double click on the field status group over here on the screen. Double click will show you what has been copied at the back of it. These are the different field status groups which have been copied, as said by just a couple of minutes back, that so the field status group has been created, and now you can save the option so as to save the fiscal year variant as created. So the customization has been saved to the request. Now we have created the fiscal year field status variant. We'll go back to the tolerance part now. Now we have to maintain the tolerance for the users, so for that we have to collapse the field collapse the ledgers, and we will move to document. In the document you can see that there is a tolerance group. Now over here we will be defining the tolerance group for the employees. You can explore, execute it, and you can see there are a number of already tolerance created, but for our company code we have to create a new entries in which I will not be creating a group, but I will be creating for the whole entire company code, putting the company code over here. Now you need to fix the maximum amount per document and user can post. So in this case we always put a maximum limit so that it doesn't create any problem for the future to the business, because every user can post any number of documents of any amount. Then the amount per open item means per vendor or customer line item limit can be set, and this also we normally fix it up on the higher side so that we don't have to restrict it to the user to user. But however, if you want, you can restrict user to user. In that case you can create a group over here and you can put that limit over here, and that limit could be later on assigned to the user ID. So we can put the cash discount limit per line item as well over here. Suppose I put it as 10%, that means that the maximum discount which you can give is 10% to the user per line item. 10% maximum cash discount can be provided on a business transaction. Now moving to the next is the payment differences. Now in payment differences, suppose I put 100 over here and I put a max difference. Payment difference means that you can make a payment of up $100 and on the downside $100. So either you can put the amount limit as for the payment difference on the upside or the lower side, or you can put the percentage. Suppose I put a 10% over here, or you can put both of them. Now if in case you put both of them, in that case the system will take whichever of these two are lower. For example, there is an invoice of rupees 1000 suppose, and now you have to make the payment. In that case you can make a payment of with a payment difference of maximum $100 or 10% of the invoice, that is again 100. So the maximum differences could be $100. That means you can make a payment of up to 900 or 1100. But in case the invoice was supposed to be of $5,000, in that case the discount comes out to be around 5,000. 10% is equal to $500. In that case the maximum payment differences which you can have is again $100, because 100 or 500, whichever is lower, has to be taken. So 100 is on the lower side. That means a lower of a difference can be allowed is of $100. So you can create this tolerance over here as you wish, and then you can save this option over here, and your tolerance can be created for the users. Once the tolerance has been created, you can assign. Right now I have not created any group, but in case you create any group, then in that case you have to assign this group to the particular user ID. Just like in the very next step, going back, assigning user to the tolerance group, executing over here. Now over here you can see that the user ID has been taken up over here as BC_RFC. Now this particular tolerance of 1000 tolerance group has been created. In the same way you can create your own tolerance group, and you can assign that tolerance group to that particular username, and in that case those restrictions of maximum amount per document or maximum cash discount, these things will become applicable on that particular user name. For right now I am not taking any user name or tolerance group because I have not created it. You can try that at your when you will be practicing it. So that is what the tolerance is all about, and that is what is all covered for today's topic. Please practice it and go through it well. It's simple and understandable. Thank you so much.